definitely want to bring a camera to a place full of sand. Late last year, Harman Photo released Phoenix 200 in 35mm. And while it was a very experimental film, I had some mixed results in my first impression, and you can see the video for it right up there. There were some shots that were good, some shots that were not so great, and I attribute some of it to user error, but also just the nature of the experimental film that it is. Needless to say, also my lab scans. But now the folks at Harman have released Phoenix 200 in 120. I think that just gives us the chance to do a comparison between 35mm and 120 and what those results can be. And to keep things as consistent as possible, I'll be shooting it with as close a lens as I can. So I have a Zeiss planar 50mm, which I use with my Leica M6, and the lens on my Hasselblad is an 80mm planar size as well. There's a big age gap between the two lenses, but I think with the look of the Zeiss glass, keeps it as close as possible. And I understand there's a difference between 35mm and 120 and how the grain structure may be different, but that is worth the comparison. And let's see what some of the results are, still with some of the lab scans that I'm able to get. Lucky that I had Gold 200 loaded here before because I forgot to change the meter, so I was close enough. That's cool.
What is it?
Just the composition. Don't forget the slide. I really hope these shots come out. Oh, let me see if I can get here. So I would need to be here 5, 5, 6. Or if I can get a bird in the air, that'd be awesome. Got it.
The reason why I love this camera, man. 6.7, it's my baby right here. I will never separate from my side.
I said I was comparing size to size glass, but I guess I'm not now. that's it, we have the first roll. We've got it sealed. Let's send it out to the lab and see what we get. Now that I've had the chance to test both 35mm and 120, I was definitely pleasantly surprised by the results that I got this time around. Just some general aspects, I definitely saw better dynamic range in 120 than 35mm, and a lot of it comes obviously just from the difference in format and difference in the size of the film, but it certainly made a big difference in the end result of the images. I paid closer attention when exposing this time around, which made a difference in making sure that I get the right exposure to the areas where I wanted them to be. And also, labs have gotten better at scanning Phoenix 200. For the shots that I got in 120, I was definitely surprised at the results overall. It handled dynamic range so much better, it had better tonal latitude, and the way that the grain textures the film, it was amazing. I definitely played the characteristics of Phoenix 200, making sure I was selecting the scenes based on contrast. And obviously, since I had more frames in a roll of 35mm than I do in 120, I definitely got some extra shots with the M6. This isn't a scientific comparison by any means, and when you put the shots side by side, you can definitely tell which one handles contrast better. And you can use that to your advantage to select which format works better for you. So the question is, will I continue to use Phoenix 200? If 35mm was the only option, I'd probably say no. It has very little room for error, and it's a very contrasty and grainy look that I normally don't go for. But in 120, I actually enjoyed the colors and how it rendered the image a lot. And even though I like to shoot with minimal grain, I really like the texture of this grain in 120. I admit that I was very skeptical when this film came out, but I was definitely proven wrong. Harman is on the right track for making new films, and I am excited to see what they do next. A big thank you to my buddy Eric for helping me shoot this video, and thank you to all of you for watching. I will see you on the next one.